Desuramal. When Bhagwan was at Virupaksha cave, a lady named Akhilandammal came from a village called Desur. Bhagwan and the others began to call her Desurammal, as Akhilandammal was a bit too long a name. Desurammal had seen Bhagwan in 1896 when Bhagwan was in a state of samadhi and the priest had poured milk into his mouth. Desurammal witnessed it and went back to her village without getting Bhagwan's blessings as his eyes were closed. Not being able to stay away, she came back to Tiruvannamalai after 7 years. She was a very devout person and served food to all the sadhus, including Sheshadri Swami and Swami Vithoba of Polur. It was 1903 when she returned. She was plucking flowers at the foot of Arunachala. A crowd was going up to the banyan tree cave, which is below Virupaksha cave. She asked, "Where are all of you going?" Someone replied, "Oh, there is an ascetic boy who does not talk, doesn't even move, but there is such peace, such grace there." Desuramal also went to the cave. She saw Bhagwan seated there. This is what she had to say about Bhagwan. Even though he was unwashed and covered with dust, his body had a golden glow. On seeing this ascetic with his body frame so lean that it exposed his bones, my heart melted and tears welled up within me. The young lord then opened his eyes and graciously directed them at me. Instantaneously, I surrendered myself totally and took a vow to serve food to this jnani all my life. When Bhagwan moved to Virupaksha cave, she served food to him there. Bhagwan rarely ate alone, so she brought food for others like Palani Swami and Perumal Swami as well. Earlier, they begged for food. After Mother Desuramal came, there was no dearth of food during lunch for Bhagwan. She was so captivated by Bhagwan's presence that she came with food every day without fail. Later, two other ladies, Yachamal and Mudalyar party also started feeding Bhagwan. Assured that Bhagwan would be regularly fed, Desuramal went back to her village and started a Ramana center there in 1914. It was called Ramanananda Madalayam. Her devotion was so deep that she was always there, observing Bhagwan's teachings and giving expositions about them from the depth of her own experience. Whenever any of the devotees of Bhagwan at Virupaksha cave fell sick, she would take them to Desur, give them medical aid, and take care of them. When they had fully recovered, she would escort them back to Virupaksha cave. Kunju Swami told me that whenever Desurammal came to Arunachala, in addition to whoever had been feeding Bhagwan, she would also feed them. Bhagwan was very pleased with her. Her first observation about Bhagwan was that he was the only saint she had fed who shared his food equally with others. The second thing she noticed was that the food was shared equally, not only to the people around him, but also to dogs, monkeys and birds. She narrated a humorous incident about Nondi the monkey. He was always given a seat next to Bhagwan. While she was serving the master one day, Nondi snarled at her. Bhagwan chided him. "Hey, she's one of us. She belongs to our clan. Keep quiet." The monkey then accepted her as one amongst them. Kunju Swami impressed on me that Bhagwan did not merely express gratitude to everyone who fed him. Bhagwan shared with them the purest teaching, one that would completely release them from bondage. Once when Desuramal came to Skandhashram, a sadhu told her, "Today is a full moon day. It is the most powerful day for getting initiation. In Bhagwan, you have a perfect jnani, so ask Bhagwan for initiation today." Induced by this sadhu, she prostrated before Bhagwan, who rarely gave initiation. He asked her, "What do you want, Desuramal?" "Bhagwan, you have to initiate me with some mantra." "Oh, you want a mantra?" Then becoming serious, he sat down and said in Tamil, "Unnai vidadu iru," which means, remain without leaving yourself. Desuramal said that he did not just say that and leave. He looked at her and transfixed her with his silent grace. Riveting his look on her for nearly an hour, he also gave her the inner knowledge of how to remain without giving up the experience of the self. Even after Bhagwan came down to settle at the foot of the hill, she used to bring food every day. One day Bhagwan told her, Desuramal, there is enough food here. Beseechingly she said, Bhagwan, I want to feed you. He replied, bring your provisions and leave them in the kitchen. They will cook and we will all share. From then on, whenever she came, she would bring some rice or dal and leave it in the kitchen. During the last days of Bhagwan, when Bhagwan was to drop the body, Desuramal was quite old and very infirm. Yet since she could not remain without having a last darshan and a last look, this mother went to him. Bhagwan was in what is now called the Nirvana room. Nobody recognized Desuramal because the whole management had changed. She was prevented from entering. Fortunately, Kunjuswami recognized her and told Bhagwan, who exclaimed, Desuramal, bring her here, bring her inside. When she went in, she wept seeing Bhagwan's physical condition, and Bhagwan said, why do you feel sorry for this mortal body? Nan yeppozhudum mun Bhagwan tane. Am I not always your Bhagwan? These words of solace were not only for Desuramal, but for whoever turns to Bhagwan as the image of father, mother, guru or God. The assurance that he is their savior is ever present.